What are some signs that you are being manipulated? Everything is always your fault.
When you catch them in a lie and you know they've lied,
but they still don't admit they've lied. Manipulators often induce uncomfortable, negative feelings such as fear, guilt, or shame to get you to do what they want. Pay attention to the feelings you get around other people. Thinking to yourself, no, she wouldn't be doing this on purpose to me, one too many times.
You're being manipulated when the essential message is, be reasonable and do things my way.
They use the threat of leaving a relationship to get their way.
When you do what people want you to do, but they won't do what you want them to do. If someone is discouraging you from talking to or hanging out with your friends and family.
At some point you stopped doubting them and started doubting yourself. That's a sign you've been gaslighted.
Anybody who forcefully attempts to assert their trustworthiness isn't. Reading this thread and replies and thinking, oh, shit, is probably not a good sign.
Red flag 1. Important information is missing or needs drug out into the light, kicking and screaming.
There is a reason they don't want you to have it. Who said anything about being manipulated? You're crazy. For me, it was being accused of being overly sensitive.
Turns out it's completely reasonable to be offended by offensive things.
When you give and give and give and they keep taking without giving back.
Bad gut feeling. Our bodies often know before we do. When you feel like you're crazy and feel guilty for doing things that aren't bad, don't harm anyone.
But piss off the person gaslighting you.
When you call them out for doing something hurtful and they say,
yeah, I'm a piece of shit then, or, if you want to believe I did that, then I can't stop you. I'm sorry I acted that way, but you kinda brought it on yourself.
When you share your feelings with someone and they turn it into something about them, to make you feel guilty about sharing in the first place.
Every time you say something, they make you feel like it's your fault or like you're the villain.
Making you question your judgment and own memories.
If someone tries to tell you that you can't leave them because you're all they have.
Red flag 100% of the time. When you have to keep assuring someone that you are not manipulating them. Manipulators always accuse others of being manipulative.
If you start questioning your own feelings, you are being manipulated.
Never let anyone make your feelings feel invalid. When a person starts making you question your sanity and you feel confused a lot. You feel uncomfortable, but can't pinpoint why exactly. Alternatively, you can figure out the problem, but talking about it with the manipulator doesn't resolve anything. It's always your fault, they are always the victim. Asking if you are being manipulated, SRS.
You are discouraged from seeking out other views, especially if they demonize the other sources.
If you find yourself apologizing for things the other person should be apologizing for. When your behavior around that person is entirely narrowed down to things that won't upset that
person, because they have trained you with the constant threat of their bad emotions. Apologies without change. I once read, verbatim,
apologies without change are manipulation. Fucking A. Phrases like, don't you trust me? I thought you loved me. Any entity that positions itself as being above criticism is always trying to manipulate you.
When claimed facts slowly doesn't match with the reality.
When you don't feel comfortable, you feel pressured.
We're like a family here.
When your wife is being a fucking asshole saying if you don't buy her something expensive she will get
another man. I'll probably get downvoted for this, but if someone is truly good at manipulation, there aren't signs.
You don't notice.
You only realize you were being manipulated in retrospect.
Every time she doesn't get what she wants she says, I'm gonna kill myself.
Checks pulse. If you are alive, you are being manipulated.
When your so makes you feel guilty for having fun without them. You easily defer to the opinions of others. Gonna get buried, but thinking, it's okay, they had a rough upbringing, they can't help it. You clicked on this.
My biggest red flag is, so you don't trust me. Your own words are being repackaged and repeated back to you. When my dog acts like he needs to pee right now and I get up to let him out,
only to learn he just wants a cookie. Dog. Everyone's priorities are evident in their actions.
Full stop.
When their words do not match their actions, it's clear you're being manipulated.
Thinking why can't they clearly see what they are doing to you is disrespectful.
When you can't trust your own memory because you have conflicting facts in your head that aren't
just your own.
Gaslighting. When you say anything and your comment is immediately put down. The guilt trip.
You stop trusting your own sanity. The person says things to make you distrust your own thoughts or feelings.
This is called gaslighting. When someone uses language designed to drive your emotions a certain way in order to get you to act
the way they want. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.